Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and we're going to be doing a water healing live. I haven't done one of these in a long time. It's 63 degrees in the pool here, and we're just going to see where this live feed takes us, and I'm just going to make sure that the internet connection is in sync, and we're just going to do some water healing to maintain the absolute awareness. So I'm not going to start in the beginning of this video. If you're watching on YouTube, this is pre-recorded, and also we're just going to be doing a water healing live. So we're just going to see where this takes us and connect into everything that we need to do here. So here we go. We're going to do some water healing. I hope everyone is doing well as you're coming into live. Experience the activations that are going to be here. We're going to be activating our psychic intuition and tapping into the absolute reality beyond space and time. So here we go. Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and that was water healing to access the absolute reality. So one of the things that Spirit was speaking through me as I was doing that, to move energy, to integrate energy, to become the energy that you wanted to exist as and connect as, is to allow yourself to not be afraid of challenge, to not be afraid of going through things, to not be afraid to really look at oneself and the attitude that we have towards spirituality, connection, divinity, and wanting this embrace of radiance, this embrace of connection, this embrace where we can live the life that we really want to live, not the life that we don't want to live, not the life that we don't want to connect to, but the life that we want to exist as. So as we do this more and more, as we connect to this, we see that by taking a chance, taking risks, being daring, and allowing God to be channeled through us as our divine expression. And if you're wondering why I'm shivering, it's because the water in here is like 63 degrees. So I am a little bit cold doing this, which I swim in this water every day. But the point is to transmute energy, to be an energetic transference, to be one that allows another to think for themselves, to perceive for themselves, to find that connection within themselves that makes them divine. And when we allow ourselves to be that, we tend to share, we tend to open up, we tend to connect. And we tend to connect to something so much greater that is inside of ourselves. We connect to something outside of ourselves. And whenever we do this, we are tapping into a clarity that allows us to perceive something greater, something far, something more expanded than we've ever felt before. But it's really accentuating the energy and taking the assessment of application. Because when we make choices, when we're divine in our own nature, when we choose to make those aligned choices, we choose to allow ourselves to really find that seeking impulse, that energy, that realization of expression, of expressing ourselves unapologetically, authentically, to embrace the connection within oneself, to see that we don't have to live within the distorted realms. We don't have to live in negativity. We don't have to live in self-doubt. And we don't have to live anymore in the sense and the understanding of lack, unworthiness, or a sense of wandering like a chicken with its head cut off and not scattered, but to be sincere and precise in your search, in what you're looking for. And don't be afraid to ask for very big things, for dreams to manifest themselves, because you can see in your life, as much as you change, as much as you grow, as much as you ascend to this higher knowledge and this higher wisdom and this higher connection, you can really ask for the vision board that you're seeking for. You can really prophesy exactly what you want to say. You can live the life that you've always dreamed of. It's not far away from you, but the dream life is already a part of you. It's already inside of your vortex. It's already been a part of consciousness. So we have to understand that we don't have to feel like we're looking for our dream life. Our dream life is already here. We're already connected to one as our dream life, as the dream life that we're seeking, as the dream life that we're realizing, and being in the search of something that is not just safe or comfortable, but allowing ourselves to push ourselves past that vantage point of that boundary, that we're not putting limitations or expectations on ourselves or expectations of outcome, but we see that everything falls into place the way that it should be, and God always gets you to where you need to be. And God wouldn't place you someplace that you weren't supposed to be. He would always place you where you're needed, where you're loved, where you're connected, and where you can be of greater service to any configuration of energy that you want to be a part of. So the reason why I did this water healing, and if you missed the first part of the live, I'll post it on YouTube. But the reason why I did that is because when we move energy, we're releasing stuff energy out. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as just using the paintbrush and using those different strokes of energy, those strokes of imagination, those different vantage points of really allowing yourself to regain the innocence that was stripped away from us, the power that we can imbibe, the connection that is always there, that has always been there, as a way of recognizing, being more cognizant, being more aware that you have a spatial awareness, that you can really see yourself as the expression of God's source energy and the great I am, You can see yourself as God wants to see you, as God wants to connect to you, and as God wants to channel through you. You see that every day that you can live a different life completely. You can go at it from a much different vantage point. You can go at it from a much different perception. And you can change what you're speaking and what you're sending out within the universe. And when you do this, when you fully embrace this change, when you fully embrace remaining in light, remaining in that connection, and just because there's a lot of things going on around you does not mean you have to crumble. Doesn't mean that you have to lose yourself. And it doesn't mean that you lose sight of who you are, but you actually embrace who you are. You actually see exactly what you want to become. You see everything that you're doing thus far is bringing you closer to that connection that you want to be a part of. Expression is flow. Flow is concentration. And distinction of knowing what we do and knowing what we create and knowing who we are and what we want to be is just allowing yourself to be connected. Allowing yourself to be connected right here, right now, and be present towards everything, and seeing that the old life that we were living is over, that we embrace this connectivity, we embrace this creation, and we embrace the divine within ourselves in every single thing that we do. So, what are we going to do with our gifts? What do we want from ourselves? How much can we ask out of ourselves, and how much do we want to receive? The reception is so important that it really breathes life into every single thing that we do. When we have that connection and that distinction of what we want, then we're not really looking for anything or expecting anything or wanting anything from anything, but we allow ourselves to be the emptiness of purity and to see ourselves as one, to see ourselves as connected, and to see ourselves a part of something that is beautiful and wondrous. It's a map of deliberately creating. It's that metaphysical compass to know where, no matter what direction you want to go into, no matter what connection you want to be a part of, it just means be a part of it, be the essence of it, be the energy of it, be the connection of it. And it will never steer you wrong. It will always lead you to things that you're looking for. And it's just staying in your own lane. Not allowing anyone or anything or any situation or circumstance, distraction, illusion to tell you how to live. But then you're just like, fuck it. I want to live the life of my choosing. I want to live the life that I'm most connected to. And I want to breathe that connection, even though I'm shivering in this cold water right now. But just to push yourselves, challenge yourself, reflect to yourself, look yourself in the mirror. Don't be afraid of the journey. The journey is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be wild. It's supposed to be courageous. That's why it's the leap of faith. It's the mysteries of all mysteries. And it's the deciphering of all the deception that we've ever been a part of. We don't have to be in karmic imbalanced relationships. We don't have to have soul contracts. We don't have to be tied to anything. We don't have to be attached to anything anymore. We just have to see that by releasing that connection, we see that we don't have to be a part of it anymore. We don't have to be labeled as a category, as a definition, as your height, your weight, your gender, your color, whatever it may be. You don't have to be labeled as anything because you are energy. That gives you a symmetry and that fertility that is inside of ourselves to see ourselves as birthing something greater, as that cosmic egg of fertility, that divine feminine energy that allows us to lead with our tender hearts and to be connected as a way of reflection of love, of divinity within ourselves. So no matter what you do in your life, no matter what you do, just remember this one thing. Just remember this one thing, that you can be connected if you want to be connected. You can have fulfilling lives if you choose to empower yourself. If you choose to transcend the biases that we live every single day, then we will connect as one. If we choose to live freely within the cosmological law of free will, then we can see that the willingness to be free is just a choice. It's just an action. It's just changing a specific pattern, a specific routine. And to change fully is to change the way that we think and that we feel and that we connect as one. So therefore, we can be connected. We can be interconnected and interwoven with what we want to do and what we want to be. And it's not about trying to dress it up into something fancy, but sometimes your simplistic nature can be the very thing that gets you connected. So it's just the ability here and now to see that God gives. God gives and favors the bold and the courageous and the ones that are brave enough to stand up and to remain in light. It's rewarding to take the path. It's rewarding to understand yourself, to understand your true nature, to understand who you are as a soul entity, and to embrace who we want to become in this moment. And to see that you're forever changed, your life is never going to be the same. But if you choose just to continue the journey, to take a chance on yourself, to take a risk, because it's always scary to take the risk before you take it. That hesitation or that doubt or that negativity that tries to creep in. Sometimes you just need to ignore it. Don't entertain it. Don't feel a part of it. And you don't have to feel. You don't have to feel anything that you don't want to experience. A lot of us feel like we do. And in a sense, we do, to release, to heal, and to integrate. But if you don't want to entertain distraction, if you don't want to entertain false emotions, if you don't want to entertain any of that, then don't entertain it. Don't be a part of it. Don't be connected to it. Just ditch that connection altogether. And if you can do that, then you will always live within your bliss, live within your connection, live within that ecstasy that wants to breathe its life into you. Allow life to surprise you. Allow the universe to surprise you. It can be a crazy thing. It can be a crazy thing to be connected as one. But it's a choice to be connected as one. It's a choice to live within your guided meditative state. It's a choice to be happy. It's a choice to watch what you say, watch what you do, and not be so reactatory, but to be proactive. So sometimes it's just the ability in this moment to see that we have the present moment. We have the present distinction. And we have the presence of mind, body, and spirit to connect us as one. And if we choose to allow everything that we do to be the divine intuition of that divine deconstruction of who you are in this moment, in the now present moment, feel into the existence of the illusion of God creating you, creating itself, creating all of its existences of its divine preferences, experiences, and expression. And if you live your life that way, you will become interconnected and interwoven with everything that you want to exist as. And nothing will ever be the same. Your life will never be the same. You will always create, you will always generate, you will always flow to your energy, you will always stay within that purity of mind, body, and spirit. When we fully seek, when we fully meditate, when we fully ground and become a grounded source of energy, we allow ourselves to be one that wants to give, one that wants to lead, one that wants to help and be a guide. Just be a guide. Just be happy in this moment. And just allow yourself to be magnetic towards everything that you do. Just be that electromagnetic kinetic source energy. And you'll pull everything that you need to pull in. You'll attract everything that you want to attract. And you'll connect to everything that you want to be connected to. And that allows for you to breathe life into everything. And then you have complete allowance to receive, to develop your spiritual mass, to purify the container and the filter, and to purify the sense that you're just the living, breathing vortex of creation. And that's all that you are. And if you live within that space, as if you are a guide, God, portals, gateways, connect. And how we attract and create is to see that we're attracting one another, that we're creating together as a co-creation. That it's not just me, but it's many others that choose to be connected to this path, that choose to take the leap of faith, to not be afraid anymore, to not be afraid to exist, to live, to dream, and to really make those choices and those actions that generate our reality. But if we can't do it while we're meditating, while we're sitting here, while we're connecting to one another, then it's going to be hard to do it if we have a different premise about it. So, I'll end with this, is no matter what you do in your life, no matter what you do, choose to fucking live every day. To live, laugh, and love, and create, and generate. And don't be afraid anymore. Don't be afraid to be judged. Don't be afraid to be ridiculed. Don't be afraid to be called out. And do not be afraid to live the life of your dreams. Your dream life is already you. You just have to align to your dream life. And that was my live today. I hope you guys enjoyed the water healing. If some of you were late, if you want to watch it on YouTube, White Wolf, the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom. I did water healing. Some of you were late to the party. It's okay. It happens. But thank you guys. God bless. And also I'm going to be live around 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern doing readings, healings, activations. And I will post this on YouTube and also book private sessions with me. This is White Wolf, 30 minutes for $40, 30 minutes for $55, 45 minutes for $85, 1 hour for $115. I did a lot of movement in the water, and I haven't ate anything, and this water is like 63 degrees in this pool, so I'm shivering, and if you can tell that I'm shivering, yeah, I'm fucking shivering. But I swim in this cold water every day, so I've acclimated myself to it. So thank you guys. God bless. Namaste. This is White Wolf.